Hi everybody! So from when I'm filming this, I only have about a week and a half until I leave for Worlds. So I thought that this week we would do something a little simpler so that I have as much time as possible to be practicing my speed puzzling. So today we are going to be doing a giant haul video. I have so many boxes to open. I swear, every single time I'm like, I'm gonna take a little break from collecting puzzles. I have so many puzzles. You guys email me and are like, I have this puzzle, do you want it? And I'm like, yes, of course I want that puzzle, send it over. So the first box is actually this one down here, hang on. Okay, this is the heaviest box of the whole batch, and it is also the most exciting. In this box is another giant puzzle. Can you guess which one? Take a sec right now. Take a sec and guess. It's one that I have wanted for a really long time. So this came from Roger. Thank you, Roger. Ooh, I see it. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God, it's heavy, it's heavy, it's heavy, it's heavy. So this is the 18,000 piece puzzle called Tropical Impressions. This one came out ages ago. This has been on my radar for a really long time. You can kind of see how this is an early giant Ravensburger puzzle because they basically put this window pane like right through the middle in order to divide up the 4 different sections where they cut it. And so it's not quite as polished as the way that they divide up the sections now. Now they kind of work it into the illustration a little bit more. But anyway, I think Roger said, yeah, this one bag is open, but the other ones are still sealed. So this is basically brand new. As you guys have seen, I have so many giant puzzles now. I'm literally just collecting them, and I only have time to do one every year, so I probably won't get to this for another like 4 years. Who knows what the world is gonna be like then, but I'm so happy to have this. Okay, so our next box is not a puzzle. It's something even better. It is food. So today's video is sponsored by Factor, and this is a company that I have genuinely used on my own, spent my own money on, so I was so excited when they wanted to work with me so I could share it with all of you. Okay, so Factor is owned by HelloFresh, who also owns Green Chef, who I worked with before. That's the one where they send you ingredients. And we all learned that I'm not the greatest chef in the world, but with Factor, you get all of the meals sent to you ready-made. All you have to do is heat them up for 2 minutes. Okay, so I have all of these options for lunch. Which one should I make? I think I'm gonna do this one. All right, so it is 12:37 right now. All right, it is now 12:43 and my lunch is officially ready to be eaten. So these meals are fresh and never frozen, and like, they're legit. The last box that I got that I paid for myself, there were these green beans in this sauce that was so good. I was literally like drinking the extra off of my plate. And now I have all of those meals waiting for me in the fridge. I didn't have to meal plan or grocery shop or cut up vegetables. As someone who is only feeding myself, this is the exact amount of each meal that I need. Also, in addition to these full meals, they also have things like breakfast foods, they have smoothies, they also have these cold pressed juices. They sent me a few of these. I'm so excited to try them. Get some of those nutrients that I'm not usually getting every day. So if you want to try it, you can go to factor75.com and use promo code puzzles50, and that's going to get you 50% off your first Factor box. And all of that info is also going to be down in the description. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down and eat properly. Back to the haul video. Okay, I'm basically going in order of how excited I am about what is in each of these boxes. So I pulled this one next. It got a little damaged during transit. Hopefully the puzzles are okay. And this box comes from John, so thank you, John. Ooh. Okay, he found these 3 mini puzzles at a thrift store, I believe, for super cheap. And he emailed me because he knew they were puzzles I was looking for. And I was just like, this is why this is the benefit of having this channel, is you guys are all out there looking for these puzzles. And then when you just randomly come across one at a thrift store, you'll email me. I'm so excited for these. So if you remember a while ago, I was talking about Eaton puzzles and the most rare Eaton puzzles that are out there. And I got really interested in these Eaton Doodle mini puzzles. Unfortunately, there just isn't a lot of information about them online, but John found 3 that I had never seen before. Okay, so this is the one that I already had. I showed this in a video a little while ago. And then we also have this one, which I had never seen before. It's this not really stained glass. I don't know what you would call this. Maybe stained glass design. We also have this little panda bear that has definitely been colored in. And I actually think I have seen this one online, but I obviously did not own it. It is this tennis design. Very interesting to see this one in a rectangle box instead of a square like all the others. And you can see how there's nothing printed on this side of the box, and then the other sides are pretty much the same. So here are all of the ID numbers, and the annoying thing about these puzzles is that none of them have titles, so they're hard to sort of share or categorize online. And also look at this, these 3 have the exact same ID number, even though they're different puzzles. This one's a little different. It looks like the backs are all pretty much the same, except on here, it looks like they added a title for their markers, which wasn't on these square ones. And then if I open them up, you can see how this one actually still has the markers included. So this is what the markers would have looked like. And yeah, you can see how all of these have been colored in, but these are so rare that I will take them in whatever state I can find them in. Oh my God, the next box that I'm most excited for is all the way down here. One sec. So this one comes from Jenny. She emailed me about this puzzle and I was like, I need to make a video about that one. It's a big box for just one single puzzle. Do you guys remember when I did that video about the money hunt puzzle that had a $1 million prize? Well, this one is another jigsaw puzzle with a treasure hunt prize. The prize for this one is only $5,000, not quite $1 million, but it's from 1985. She emailed me about this. I looked it up and there weren't a lot of them online. So I was like, if you can send this to me, I need to try to solve this scavenger hunt, see if we can find the treasure. Hopefully this one isn't quite as complicated as the money hunt. There's a lot of instructions on the back that I have to read through, but yeah, look for this one on the channel very soon. Okay, those were the 3 that I was most excited for. I honestly don't remember what's in a lot of these other boxes. Oh, well, you guys can already see this stack of puzzles. So a guy named Peter, who lives somewhat locally, had this stack of vintage puzzles that he wanted to sell to me. A friend of mine actually met up with him to do the transaction, and then he passed them on to me. So let's see what we've got. All right, we've got this round one called Trooping the Color. The bottom is a little bit damaged. This is not connected anymore, but the pieces look like they're in pretty good shape. Oh my god, this one is so funny. This has been on my list. It's literally just a puzzle of a giant sandwich. This is called Midnight Snack. I love this. In the same family, we have a puzzle of a giant hamburger. This one is called Pass the Ketchup. Again, this has been on my list. Okay, this one is not a Springbok. This is actually from Seiko, but it is a magic eye picture. Do you guys remember doing these as kids? I used to be able to do them, and then I was looking at this last night, and I just could not get myself to see the secret image. It definitely looks like a very challenging puzzle, so well, we'll see when I manage to get to that. Oh my god, this one I'm so excited for. It is just a giant disco ball. It is called Dance, Dance, Dance. Look at those colors. Isn't that beautiful? And oh, look at that. I opened it up to see if it was a circular puzzle or if you really did have all the black around the outside. And somebody has already done this one. I'll have to take it apart if I'm going to do it, but it is in fact a square puzzle. This one is such an interesting photograph. It is called Times Square. Definitely very challenging as a puzzle. I would have to think about how I would approach this, but yeah, super interesting. And like, it feels fairly modern. When is this from? This is from 1968. If you showed me this, I would not have guessed it was from 1968. All right, this one is an Eaton puzzle called I Scream, You Scream. This has been on my list for a long time. This is like my perfect puzzle image. I think this will be so fun. Then we've got this one, which I wasn't quite as excited about. It's called Sandpaper. Okay, wait, I lied. This one is actually called Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. And the thing that was interesting about it is that it's from this Western publishing company that I had never heard of before. So I guess Sandpaper might be the brand within that company. I'm really not sure. This is very similar to Springbok. And the pieces are also very similar to Springbok. Look at how thick those are. So looking at the back, it looks like these are all the ones that were available. And then again, it just says Western Publishing Company from Wisconsin. If anyone knows anything about this, feel free to let me know. And finally, this one is also really interesting. So this is an anamorphosis puzzle. Basically, this is the picture that you're putting together, and then it comes with this shiny silver paper that you tape into a tube, and then when you put it in the center and you look at the reflection, you see the actual image. Apparently, this was painted in 1630. That is interesting. So here you can see part of the puzzle, and then in here is the shiny paper that you would put in the center. So yeah, something a little unique, not just your average run-of-the-mill puzzle. Okay, let's switch gears for a sec out of vintage puzzles and into new modern puzzles. So I have two packages from Lawrence King. They do those puzzles that are like the world of blank. They're based in the UK. I actually have a couple boxes from the UK. So this is like a British themed episode. But I have no idea what their new puzzles are, so I have no idea what they wanted to send me. Ooh, the world of Hercule Poirot. Poirot. I never feel like I'm saying that right. Poirot. All right, this looks super fun. The thing that I find with some of these puzzles is that they get so busy that they get like really challenging and they're not necessarily a puzzle that I'm gonna reach for because you can't do a lot of sorting. But this one, it looks like you have like this rug at the bottom. You have a bunch of different colors and textures throughout, so I'm sure that I will get to this one. And then let's see what the other one is. Ooh, the World of King Arthur. This is kind of what I was saying before, how the puzzles get very busy, but I actually think this one too has enough going on that it should be really fun. Yeah, I'm adding this one to the list too. Okay, so this next box barely made it into the video. I ran outside early this morning to grab an Amazon package, and I found this waiting for me. What have we got? Ooh, what company is this? Who did I give my address to? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Ooh, these are pretty. Wait. Okay, I suspected they might be cloudberries because I knew that cloudberries was sending me some new puzzles. Oh, they have this beautiful new box design. Apparently they have this new series called Small Batch by Cloudberries. So I would think they're not making that many of them. Is that what that means? Anyway, they sent me 3 of them. So this one is called Flora. We also have this one called Kitchen. And, ooh, this is a take on one of their very first puzzles. Paper cranes. If you guys remember my very first puzzle video, just like tips for how to do a jigsaw puzzle, it was the Cloudberries paper cranes puzzle. And now they came out with a new version. Okay, I decided to open one of these up and look at this. They're now going plastic free. I love that. And when I was looking these up online, I found out that they're now doing a slightly more random cut. It's not a total random cut design, but the pieces have a little more variety and character to them. You know what? Let's just keep it British. This one also comes from the UK. Ooh. Oh, that looks fun. Look at that. That's so fun. What company is this? Okay, this is a company called Happily Puzzles. And I remember they messaged me saying that they use the same factory that Cloudberries uses. I'm gonna open this one up just to double check. Yes, sure enough, these look and feel just like Cloudberries puzzles. I mean, Cloudberries doesn't own that factory, it's just someone that they like contract with, so I'm sure they make puzzles for a few different companies. And now Happily is one of them, so this is super fun. Can't wait to do that one. What else do we have? Oh my God, this is like my perfect puzzle. I can't wait to do this while drinking tea. Look at all the colors, all the text. I love puzzles with text. Okay, so after I filmed all of that yesterday, I just got really tired for some reason, and so I already solved this puzzle. I loved it. I loved doing each of these separately and then piecing them together at the end. And I think this would be a great puzzle for a group to all do together, because you could each pick one of these objects and then have that be your own little section. Ooh, and then Walkman. I am just old enough that when I was in middle school, I had a cassette tape Walkman, and it like blew my mind that I could listen to my cassette tapes anywhere in the world. All right, our next box has this puzzle piece packing tape, and you know what that means. It is a new one from Sooness. Okay, we have 3 very different styles of puzzles. So there's this one called Summertime Magic, which is this sneaker surrounded by flowers and fruits. Super unique image, like it's a beautiful illustration. Then we've got Kitchen Life, which is by Soon herself. Super like cartoony, very fun. And then, oh, I've been so excited to get this one. This is called Blooming. It's by Helen Dardick. And if you remember, the Helen Dardick puzzle from Sooness from last year was one of my top puzzles of the entire year. And so they worked together again, released another puzzle. I cannot wait to do this one. Honestly, Soon works with like the best illustrators out there. Okay, so yesterday, after I did the other puzzle that I already showed you in this video, I had a little more time, so I started working on this one as well. And look at how beautiful that is. I almost feel like it's even more beautiful without this black background filled in. Like, that looks so cool. Pretty much all of the pieces that are left are, in fact, solid black, so, you know, we'll see if I actually finish the rest of this. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is that Sooness actually has a new piece cut that they're doing. So you have all of these really funky, like squiggly piece shapes. It was so fun and interesting to put together. And then if you look here, even though these are all the standard piece shape, you can just see how the size and the shape varies so much. Like you have some really tiny ones and then you have some really big guys. So I'm loving that she just keeps experimenting and improving these puzzles. This one is so beautiful. Oh, of course I finished it. Who am I kidding? All right, our next box comes from Bruce. Ooh, okay, I thought I remembered what was in here and I just popped it open and I was right. Okay, this puzzle has been on my wish list for so long. This is the Springbok Victory Boogie Woogie puzzle. This shows up on eBay for a lot of money. Bruce sold it to me for a very good price. Look at how beautiful that is. This one is highly sought after in the Springbok collecting community. I'm so happy that I have one now. And then he also sent me the Gamophiles Tokyo Subway Map puzzle. So you guys remember when I did those videos about Gamophiles, they had the whole subway line. It turns out they're not that hard to find, but he had this puzzle in really good shape. I mean, there's a little bit of tape on the box, but oh, the pieces are so beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to do this one. So thank you, Bruce, for selling those to me. We have one more big puzzle box. So this one comes from Rachel. Okay, this is, again, a big box for just one puzzle. That's the thing with some of these vintage puzzles is that they don't really fit in our standard, like, modern-sized boxes. I have run out of room in front of me to throw this box, so I'll have to put it behind me. Ignore that. Okay, again, this is one that I have been wanting. This is Lucky Lady from Eaton. I just love all of their puzzles that are like patterns like this and not just a boring nature photo. I remember back in March this year, I had been looking at this puzzle so much online that I thought I had it and I was like, I'm gonna do this one for St. Patrick's Day, and then I realized I didn't actually own it. But now I own it, so St. Patrick's Day next year, I can pull out this puzzle. And then we just have one more box to open, and it's not a puzzle. It's also not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. So here's the thing. I was talking to Tammy, and she was mentioning how after Worlds last year, she was so burnt out on jigsaw puzzles that it took her like a month to want to do a puzzle again. I haven't even been to Worlds yet, and I'm already starting to feel that, but I still wanted an activity to do because I'm sure I'm gonna be so exhausted when I get back, so I want something like mindless to just kind of sit there for hours and turn my brain off. So I picked up another diamond painting kit. And yes, they have sponsored my videos before. This is not sponsored. I genuinely just wanted to do another one of these. This is honestly like the perfect mindless activity. You don't even have to puzzle things out like you do with a jigsaw puzzle. You just sit there popping the colors into place. It is so calming. So the one that I got is a dolphin design, super colorful, lots of little areas of colors. And it is the square diamonds, which I found were a lot more satisfying to put in than the round diamonds. Honestly, I think the hardest part of this is just going to be waiting until I get back to open it up. Like, I want to start working on it now. But no, I have to use this time to practice puzzling as much as I can. This will be my treat for when I get back. All right, so I think that was pretty good puzzle haul. Lots of fun modern puzzles, lots of fun vintage puzzles. Let me know down in the comments which of the puzzles I showed you would most like to try for yourself. Your code word for the comments, if you watched all the way to the end, will be lucky. And I'm gonna go keep practicing my speed puzzling. I will see you guys in Spain for Worlds. All right. I don't know how to end this. Bye, everyone.